Okay, the fifth element of music is tone, color, or timbre. Right. I say timbre because it's French, but some people say timbre. Timbre. Okay? So, comme ci, comme ça. Alrighty. So now, I don't sound like a piano. This is me singing a C and it playing a C, but they don't sound the same. C, same note, different sound coming out. It's because of the way that we were made. Think of ourselves as instruments, just as the unique makeup of a piano gives it its unique sound. Our bodies and the way that we are made anatomically gives us our own tone or color. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. It is safe to say that each musical instrument or voice produces its own characteristic, unique sound patterns and resultant overtones. Okay, so overtones, think of them as like amplitudes of sounds from inside of you that create a whole bunch of tones bouncing off around each other, creating an end result. Okay, that gives us a unique tone color or timbre. We use timbre, right, when we're composing, just like painters use it when they're painting. You want different kinds of colors in your arsenal to create different kinds of layers in your cake, I guess. Imagine we're thinking about cake analogy as icing. If I just had blue icing, I'd have to be like really creative with the way that I write my music to make it diverse. So for example, blue is piano, and I'm only making a piano song. We all know you got to then like really go for something amazing or simplify it to the heck and make it really beautiful and subtle so that it stands out, right? Okay, because you only have one tone color that you're working with. Okay, think of orchestras. There are multiple instruments, each with a very unique feel about them, and every single one of them is like a different color in your palette. That's okay. So upper register, okay, of an electric guitar, for example, will produce tones with a brilliant and piercing sound, while its lower register is very dark and rich. Okay, so now I'm going to go through some standard instrumental colors in rock music. Alright, this is basically what a normal rock band would be made of. Okay, to create all those different textures. So you have string instruments, alright? So we'll have electric bass, electric guitar, okay? Maybe an acoustic 6-string or an acoustic 12-string. Okay, so a combo of some of those. Not all of them have to be in one. For example, an acoustic 12-string is for folk and country music, so they wouldn't necessarily have an electric guitar as well. Okay, then we have the percussion instruments. Right? You can have a drum set, which has got many different things in it. It's got textures and timbres in there as well. A bass drum is different to a snare drum, the tom-toms and the cymbals, ting! Alright? All of that adds different layers. Handheld percussion, alright? So these are like little things like alright? You've got tambourines, maracas, claves are the most common, like even cowbells, ding! Alrighty? An electric drum pad, okay, new age, come on, alrighty, or a drum machine. Okay, so those are your percussion instruments. Then we have keyboard, alright, so you have an acoustic piano, which is like a real piano, synthesizers, like I've got, alright, because we've got unlimited sounds in that, alright, or an organ, okay. So think churchy organs, okay, they produce a very different sound to a normal keyboard, alright. If I go here, makes you think of like Europe, okay. Then we also have wind instruments, okay. Now think, what's wind doing in rock? But it does exist. For example, Bruce Springsteen has just brought out an album that he had a full orchestra in his barn. He owns a farm. So in his barn, he recorded a full orchestra for his new album, and it sounds amazing, okay? So you've got saxes. Come on, you've seen a sax, an electric guitar, and a drum kit before. That sounds really, really cool, okay? That's more for the soul or jazz fusion, blues, rock kind of stuff. Trumpets and trombones, so those brass instruments go really well with that, okay?